did you go? My heart's on a mission, searching my soul, 'cause I feel you slipping. Don't fade away to memory. I can feel you calling on my name. Somewhere in the galaxies, I feel you waiting.
Still getting the same problems. Alright, so I got getting the penalty shade patch 0.2.11. I don't think that the weather effects have anything to do with it. When I join, it's telling me in the chat box that RP slash is not a recognized server command. I don't know if that's real penalty. But earlier this week I was playing with Alex, it was fine. Alright, no problem. Close it, uncheck it from the apps. Check it back again, close on everything. Alright, good, no problem. Close it, uncheck it from the apps. Check it back
Somebody pick up that music, please. Can you join my server?
Yep.
Knowing you're somewhere inside. We're frozen in time, so I close my eyes.
It's definitely gotta give some kind of penalty to my dog. He just sniffing me and it distracted.
I'm leaving you, man. Dog, lay dog.
Yeah, we're back up.
Seems like. Hey.
Hello? Yeah. So I restarted and I seem to still be in the server, so it was a good sign. Mhm.
Microphone test 1 2 1 2. Stephen Bowler, how you doing, my guy?
I'm doing good, Stefan. I'm good. It
Wait.
is a wonderful night to be back here at the Red Bull Ring with these Porsche Cup cars.
And what are we going to do here with these Porsche Cup cars tonight?
Well, we're gonna see some of the best drivers that Guyana and the rest of the Caribbean have to offer, battle it out for 45 minutes, Stefan.
Yes, 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 we are. And you know, some of these liveries are just really good. Like this
Radio
one
check.
right here. Oh, Mitesh just went back. Radio check loud and clear. Got you, Dominic.
Thanks.
And to everyone else, we are live. Those are the guys right there in our Discord server as the free practice comes to an end. Qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, is up next. Stephen, it's been about 2 years now since we've done a Porsche Cup. Man, I've missed Porsche Cups, particularly
yeah.
the Porsche Cup.
It's been a minute, but what were you saying, Stefan? You missed something?
I missed the Porsche Cup, specifically the Porsche Cup, compared to our other classes that we would normally have, or should I say categories, such as the GT3, which we just came off of. Congratulations there to Dominic Charles. He's now the reigning GT3, Caribbean GT3 champion until 2027 when we go at it again. But yeah, the Porsche Cup, and then of course we have our Caribbean Formula Cup, which features the Formula 1, 2 or 3 variants of those cars. This year I do believe we will go to, finally, we will go to an F1 car as compared to our F2 and F3 expeditions in previous years. But yeah, out of the 3 main categories that we have here at CSRO, I very much look forward to these Porsches.
Why is that? Why do you favor these Porsche Cups?
The first time I heard the RSR 911 GT3 car, or rather it's not a GT3, it's a GTE, because it was an endurance car. It just, the sound, the raspiness of that engine was just magnificent to me, and I just enjoyed every bit of it. Ever since then, I've been in love with 911s and the cup cars, which puts everyone in a league of their own, because it's no longer the car when you have like a Ferrari going up against an Aston Martin or a BMW. It's just, everyone's just in the same car. It comes down to driver talent and driver skill, and you know, that's something that we definitely look forward to here, is the competition at CSRO.
Yeah, and I remember while I was on the server practicing with some of the competitors that they were having issues with the tail end of this Porsche. But that's what makes it exciting, is the fact that everything is so close. It's just down to how you could drive and set up this car.
Most definitely, most definitely. I think that's indicative of a lot of Porsches, actually, even the road going variants, as qualifying does go live now. First man out the box here is Raymond Seberan. Then we've got Zayad Razak. Ooh, look at them all piling up there as they come out of pit lane to go on for this qualifying session. This qualifying session is 10 minutes long. Why are they voting to kick Alex Siebes?
No, that's on my end. I'm trying to spectate them. I thought that was the main option.
at least people are not voting for him to be kicked in this one. But yeah, there they go. We still got a few guys left back there in pit lane, but we're gonna pick them up as they go around and complete their out laps. Steven, who's your favorite? You said you've been practicing with these guys here throughout the week. Who's your favorite?
I might sound unpatriotic when I say that I am backing Dominic Charles. I'm interested to see if he's going to transfer his win from the GT3 Cup into a Porsche GT3 Cup now. But he is coming under some pressure from Jaden Harrison, and I see that Raymond is close in the times with them. He recently got a new setup, so that has been helping him to close the gap between those guys.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You spoke about Raymond there. Raymond, he's an actual real racer as well here in Guyana, and he's putting a lot. He told me, at the last GMRNSC AGM, he told me he's really interested in this sim racing bit of his career, and he's really interested in getting better at it. And so yeah, he invested some money the other day in a brand new setup, and it seems as though it's paying off. It's paying its dividends.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely. And it's interesting you talked about Raymond being a real life driver. We also have another one here. I would say like two.
Oh yeah,
like Sims and Raul also used to race in our local endurance championship in Guyana.
That is indeed true. Not forgetting about them, just haven't reached there. So yeah, Raul and Siebes, Alex Siebes, who is actually new to sim racing in this Porsche Cup. What a category to enter for the first go.
It is a very tricky car to manage for sure. It is a tail happy car if you plant your foot too heavy.
Oh yeah, indeed. Okay, as they make their way around the circuit now, we should have some times coming up on the board quite shortly. I think Raymond is coming across the line now, so we should have a time from him. So yeah, there it is.
131.9, and we have Zayad Razak with, sorry, we have Jaden. Jaden has just taken provisional pole with a 131.94, and Raymond has a 131.97.
Oh yeah, oh man, these cards are pretty loud still. I have to turn them down a bit. Sorry to the viewers, but I could barely hear what Stephen was saying there. I think you were reciting the times there from Jaden. It's a 131.949. He's in his special liveried Porsche, making his way around the track right now. Let's see though. Raymond is ahead of him. Is Raymond going any faster? Yes, he is. He's got a purple sector through the first sector, while Jaden has a green, which means he's just doing better than his first time through that sector. Raymond Sibaran here sporting the Subbies livery. I should mention that he is, I think, part owner of that establishment, and so he's brought it on here on this Porsche. That's another thing I like about the Porsches, where we give them free will. Where we give them free will to get a livery down on these cars.
Keep the things up the bombs, man. Come on.
Keep the comms quiet, guys. We got guys qualifying here. So Raymond does come across the line. He cannot go fast. He's actually pissed that Patrick might have spooked him there, Steven.
Yeah, because he got a purple sector 1 and 3. However, Jaden takes away the purple for sector 2 in this quali. And we see Mitesh Ramdani just edge out to separate Jaden and Raymond.
Yeah, Mitesh is a very strong opponent here as well. Mitesh was right up there with them in the GT3 category this past couple of months. And that's against Jaden and Dominic Charles, that is. And he's looking quite good. No, actually his first sector is not looking quite well right now. We'll continue to keep an eye on him. I think I did see Raymond go back in pit lane. Yes, he has. Xavier Pratt has caught my eye, Stephen, this past week, or rather, these past 2 weeks in practice. I'm a pretty fast guy, but I did not see Xavier perform as well in the last GT3 championship, and now he is up in the top 5, and it's really good to see that.
Yeah, and especially we got a lot of young adults driving here and experiencing sim racing for the first time. So it's really good that we have this outlet to show people the kind of talent that Guyana has to offer. And you never know. We've seen some sim racers transition to real life, and it would be really good to see, in the future, these young sim racers transition and take these skills onto the track. Because we have seen a lot of talent that has developed through sim racing transition over.
Yeah, that is indeed true. And, you just reminded me, I wasn't going to make mention of it. I didn't even think to make mention of it. But one such racer who did not actually do that, but uses or utilizes sim racing to keep his mental very sharp is Max Verstappen. And we all know that, you see, Xavier just goes third fastest right there. Exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, I think he's going to be content with that. We have 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the quali.
And
He may try to do another flying lap, but I doubt whether he can catch up to that gap with Jaden there and Raul.
It's about
Raul in second place.
It's about 2.5 tenths or so. Xavier Pratt. Raul now goes up into second place. Another real racer here that you were speaking about earlier. You can see the difference in lines there from Raul Pratap as against Giovanni Melville, the St. Lucian here. Unfortunately, is in 10th position at the moment. Maybe he's not on a fast lap just yet. Jaden does go faster now. Put in some half a second between himself and Raul Pratap. It's a 1:31.184. Ladies and gentlemen, what a blistering lap there from the Jamaican. But yeah, Giovanni Melville doesn't seem like he's liking what's going on right now with this car.
No, I don't think so, but I can tell you for sure that the top 6 drivers so far, we should keep our eye out on them when the checkered flag falls and the green lights go blank. But I'm looking at the timings and I see that Dominic Charles is 17th. Maybe he's just biding his time and waiting for the actual race to put the pedal to the metal.
Well, I'll tell you what, I can see him doing green sectors now as I look at his feed, and it looks like he's struggling a bit here. He goes into the gravel trap there, not like the Charles we know.
No, but that's what showcases the finicky nature of these 2017 Cup cars. They are very, very delicate cars when it comes to the throttle and turning. You really have to be tender with them. You can't just rush them and throw them into a corner like that.
Yeah, yep. As you were speaking, so it was done. So Jaden still goes faster now, actually, with a 1:30.992 in his S Hotel sponsored 911. Man, Zayad, though, back up in second position now with a heavily tinted Porsche 911, I might say, Stephen. Let's not have the Home Affairs Minister see what's going on here. Oh, he's gonna take that one right back into pit lane.
You should think about lightening that tint there, Zayad.
Yeah, I think he couldn't see what was going on. That's why he's almost lost it. And there goes the checkered flag.
Yes, there we go. We have Jaden Harrison, Zayed Razak, and Raul Partab, your top 3 drivers. Raymond Sebran has just barely missed the top 3, but those drivers have been swapping
correct
places.
yourself. Raymond Sebran goes second fastest there, coming out of the final turn. He's got a, let's see, what's the total time? So his best lap is a 1:31.342. He now goes back into pit lane. You know, oh, Dominic. I was going to look for Dominic, as I did see him. Well, no, he didn't make it around in time to start a new lap. Xavier Pratt is on a new lap, I believe. Did he? I don't think he
Yes, he
made.
is.
I can't see anything being counted for him, however. But yeah, maybe we'll see a time from here. I'm not quite sure. We've got Matthias Parker, Safir Roshandin. He's the son of Roshandin, the current GMR and SE president. He's here as well. Aditya Mohanlal just climbing up the ladder. There's now in 8th position. Mitesh Ramdani is on lucky 7th position there from Mitesh. I did not expect that, Stephen.
Yeah, but I can tell you that these Guyanese are giving that Jamaican in pole position a run for his money. They are really gunning for him.
Oh yeah, they are. They are. I mean, I think at this point they can smell Jamaican blood.
Hmm. The oxtail soup is in the nose right now. They don't like that.
Let's have a look at these cars down the line here, man. Beautiful set of machinery. And yeah. So this is your pole sitter at the moment. It's none other than Jaden Harrison there with a 1:39.92.
But breaking into the 130s is really something to say. That doesn't really happen often. And look at the gap that he has put over Raymond. But that gap in qualifying may not transition over into the race because they're going to start side by side.
That is what I'm saying. It's how you are able to start is going to put you ahead with these cars, and you can spin it off the line because it's got a lot of power like that. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we go racing for 45 minutes, and we're very much looking forward to that, I should say. Kind of exciting now to get back these Porsches on
Everything
track.
okay with the session, or?
Yeah, what seems to be the problem on your end?
No. Sorry. I saw it was stuck. I wanted to make sure it wasn't a server problem.
Oh, okay. All right, so Stephen, your thoughts there from that qualifying session?
Well, I definitely think that Jaden may have his work cut out for him. We have Raymond and Zayad right there behind him, as well as Raul Partab. Not to forget Javier, because he seems to be an up-and-coming driver, and he really has his wits about him. So it's interesting to see how our Jamaican comrade fares under this home turf pressure from all of these Guyanese drivers.
Also, do not discount Dominic Charles there in that 6th position, the Trinidadian, known for his wits to come from behind the field here. And I think Jaden Harrison is going to have something to say about that in him taking any first place trophies here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight. We can see you there in the live chat. Welcome out Azad. We got X Play back with us here. And of course, Philip as well. Philip is asking what platform we're racing on. We're using the Assetto Corsa simulator for the personal computer platform. That's a PC. And yeah, thanks a lot to also our latest subscriber, Rebecca Conyers. Thanks a lot for subscribing. If you guys have not already, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button as well. And yeah, let's go racing.
All right. I'm
Sorry,
pretty sure
no
some of these
warm-up
guys
lap
are
right there,
very
just standing
nervous.
start.
Yes.
That is correct. You're doing a standing start, even though it says rolling start, you're doing a standing start.
Okay, copy.
All right, Stefan, what are your thoughts on this grid lineup that we have here for us for our race?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I think Raymond's gonna pip Jaden to the line to the first turn. That's what I think is gonna happen, and we're gonna have to watch for Zayad as well. Zayad, has been known to get his car under control for the first half of the race, but then something just miraculously happens towards the end, and unfortunately we lose him. But yeah, that's what I think right now. And Shavir, Shavir is gonna have to show us what he can do with his pace. But that's my thoughts for the top 5.
Well, it will be definitely. I'll be definitely looking at Zayed because he has the perfect view of this turn 1 battle that Jaden and Raymond are going to be taking part in, because it is almost a 90-degree turn. It's a very sharp turn, and Jaden has the outside line. Raymond has the inside. It would be interesting to see what Raymond does and how he positions this car into this first turn, because after that you have a long straightaway.
That is indeed correct. Guys, help me out here. Go ahead. And they're off, Stephen Mbola. Oh, right away we can see Jaden Harrison moving over to cut across of Raymond Sibaram, but now Raymond's on the outside. Will he be able to get it done? Nothing given there for Raymond, but indeed, let's go ahead with Raw Pertab. Now, Raw Pertab's got a really good view of this. Now Zayad is moving over on the inside. Raldo has got 2 cars. Dominic Charles already up there on the inside, Stephen Bola.
Oh, we got some
and we've got someone spun there.
That's Zayed Razak. He still has a chance. It was just a light tap to his car. Hopefully he can still get back into this race.
We've seen a lot more guys involved there as well. I think Matej Sanichara, Matthias Parker as well. Oh, and we got someone spun there. It was Shavir. Oh no, Shavir is going to be out of this one now. You got to get going again, but he's got to do so safely. And I think it was him we heard screamed out at that one. I don't know if he lost it under his own control though, but let's take you back up now to the fight ahead. There's Dominic against Aditya Mohan Lal. Into the turn they go on the inside. Dominic Charles up to 3rd position there, Stephen Bola.
Dominic is definitely gunning for that now.
Oh, we got someone there on the line. Actually, hold on, guys. There might be an issue here. Alright, guys. Yes, so I just noticed that. Came across here. This is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to restart this, and I'm going to give you guys a rolling start. So, server going to restart now. Let's go.
Tell you for sure, Stefan, this is a saving grace for some of our drivers that were just unlucky in that first lap.
I can tell you that because I was looking at it, I was like, this looks like a full course yell, you know, guys.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
So sorry to whoever hit and turn 3 line.
I think you guys need to also, like, if any accidents or so like that happen,
Do we
don't
gotta
jump on
rejoin
Mike
the
right away.
server? Because I'm only seeing myself on the server right now.
Yeah, we got rejoin.
Yeah, rejoin. Well,
What a force lap, by the way.
that was a crazy start there, Stephen. Crazy start.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone was jostling for positions, and no, all the elbows were out actually.
Definitely. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, please stay with us. We'll be right back. We can hear your voice note, guy. and do that while I get things sorted here. We are about ready to get it underway. We're going to do a roll call as well for the qualifying so that everyone's in their correct position. Yeah.
All right, great, no problem. Just to confirm. About the psychological aspect of this, a lot of guys did lose positions, but at the same sense, a lot of guys did gain them. Now that everything has been shuffled around, everything is restarted. Do you think that that may have messed with them in a small mental way, as in they're now grooving into their race pace?
You know, I've been thinking about that in some aspects and regards, but sometimes it's good to put your mind in a reset mode and have that opportunity
Oh,
to
you said we're doing roll start.
just give me a sec. Yeah, so I'm going to do a roll call, and that's the way in which you guys are going to go around. We will have Stephen Bowler lead you guys around, so let him come through at the start. Remember, you're not going racing at the end of those lights. The safety car, which is Stephen Bowler, will come and take you guys around. Okay? Just remember, guys, that you're not coming across this line with more than 80 kilometers per hour on your dashboard. Yeah, Stephen, as I was saying, it's good to reset sometimes.
Restart, no, before 80 before the line, right?
You're going to see that green light come on as before, and you're going to hear that beeping sound. Just remember that there's going to be 2 beeps. The first beep is going to be for you to prepare yourself, and then the second beep is when you go racing. Someone had a question?
No.
Alright, Stephen, when you can, Stephen, come out in ahead of the guys, and then I'll start the roll call.
All right.
No, we gotta wait 30 seconds.
I will have to rejoin the server.
And do so quickly. Okay. Alright guys, don't go racing just yet. So let me call you guys out now. Aditya, you messed up.
Alright, I'm joining back now.
So you're burning fuel, whoever is on the accelerator. Jaden Harrison, go ahead. Raymond Sebran. Zayad Razak. Raul Pratap. Shavir Pratt. Dominic Charles. Mitesh Ramdani. Aditya. Safir. Matthias. Alex. Alex Siebes. Giovanni Melville. Rashad. Joshua. Mitesh. Tyreek. Christian, Patrick, and Anton.
Question.
Anton's there? I think Anton is not at his wheel at the
I'm
moment.
here. I'm getting some difficulty to start the car. Sorry.
All right, Stefan, you can tell me when everyone from the
So,
grid
question,
has
do I have to take this
met up, and
penalty?
I can go ahead at the 80 kilometers an hour limit.
Correct. I'll let you know. Aditya, you can take the penalty after the first lap, after you have completed the first lap. Not the rolling start lap, but the actual racing lap. I've got Anton coming around to get to you there, Stephen.
All right, no problem. You can see these guys, Jaden and Raymond in my rear view, just they're weaving, trying to warm up these tires right now.
Question, does anybody know how to disable the real penalty radar?
You can make it smaller and put it to the side if you're using a different radar, but to disable it throughout, I don't think you can.
You can click on the up icon.
Sorry?
You can click on its app icon in the app shop. It's usually to the bottom.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, it's just Christian and Antoine we're waiting for now, correct?
We're waiting on Anton. I don't see Christian in the server at the moment. I think he might have an issue.
All right.
Remember, your grip is cut in half for the T1.
Yeah, just look at these. Cool, there's turbo restart.
Alright, Anton is with you. Anton is with you. Peel off now
Alright.
into the pit lane. Peel off now into the pit lane. Guys, you're under my control. You're under my control. Please keep it together. Please keep it together. And now I'll pass you over to real penalty. You are now under the control of real penalty. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Once more, you're going to watch for that safety car light at the top right-hand corner of your screen. It's going to go green when they can go green. And there we go, they're off now, and it's a bad start there from Jaden Harrison. Raymond Seabrand, he's actually going to be gobbled up by the rest of the field there, Jaden Harrison. Raymond Seabrand with the whole shot. Raul Pratap right behind him, followed by Zayad Razak. But Dominic Charles with a much better start there. Well, actually, much better than the first start there. And here we go down the straight here for the second time running. Jaden Harrison alongside him. Yes, he is into the turn. Does he outbrake himself? Oh. Yes, he does. He gets in contact with Raul Pratap now. He shuffles over. That's looking like a penalty there, Stephen Bola.
Yep, definitely. I think Jaden just misaveraged his brakes, and Raul was the unlucky wall that stopped him from going off track.
Most definitely. Look at this now that is happening. The Trinidadian, the Jamaican, and two Guyanese fighting their way around Red Bull Ring here, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for that mess up of his start. But we go in here again on the inside is Jaden Harrison. He's having a look there on Dominic Charles, and under pressure still with this. Oh, as he gets into the rear end there, Jaden Harrison. Still under pressure from this though is Zayad Razak. He's got two very fast guys behind him, and it looks like if these guys are bump drafting, and that is not allowed. So. Oh no, and Zayad's gonna make a huge mistake now, and they both go spinning with that one. Seems like Jaden Harrison is quite hungry here, Stephen Bola.
Oh yeah, he's hunted.
Well, he's already up there now into second position, and he's hunting Raymond Seabrand. Raymond's got about a second between himself and the Jamaican. Well, let's take a look back now. Matthias Parker is taking the fight to Matej Ramdani, having a look on the outside to try and set himself up on the inside for the braking. Can he get it done now?
Beautiful.
Matej just fights back though. He's got a better exit there, Matej, and he's got a great run down. He's going to actually take himself out of that fight for the time being.
We see Rawl in third place, and someone just ran off in front of Jaden Harrison, but that wasn't his focus. Right now, Rawl is eyeing up Raymond and Jaden just a ways ahead of him. I think he's biding his time to see who makes a mistake to capitalize.
But as you say that, Xavier Pratt is having a look at that final podium step though, and we've got a slew of guys behind them in Matej Ramdani, Matthias Parker, and Rashad Razak. Safir Roshandin too in this fight here against Rashad, two very young guys here at CSRO.
Yeah, but I think that these guys are not going to back down from the pressure. I think that they know what they're getting themselves into, and they're not scared to put their elbows out, as we saw from our first race start tonight. These guys are not afraid to get their elbows out.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think this is a much better start, by the way. Who said yellows beget yellows? Listen, I don't know, man, but Raymond's actually opening the gap now on Jaden Harrison. Jaden might be looking to keep the... Oh, he's actually sliding as he gets back on the pole there out of that turn. Do you think he's cooked those tires already?
I don't think so. I think he's just getting a bit excited, but we have 36 minutes left of the race. There's a lot that can happen here. And we still have to see pit stop strategies from all these drivers, especially the top 6. Are the ones that I'm keeping a close eye on.
Most definitely, with that pit stop strategy coming into play, we're going to have a mandatory pit stop there after the 15-minute mark. The pit window will go live, and it's a mandatory pit stop with a tire change. So we're gonna see those strategies come out and play. He is trying to close the gap here, but let's take a look down the line. Dominic Charles all the way back in 9th position, fighting his way up here. We've also got Tyreek Wilson there behind him, looking for beyond that 10 position. Here we go. It's now showing up here. Zayad Razak all the way back in 13th from that 3rd position.
Well, that's the thing with these race starts. Some are lucky and some just aren't. And unfortunately, I think Zayad got the short end of the stick there. But he could technically try to overcut on his pit window and see where that puts him, or he can undercut. It's up to the drivers to decide how they want to pursue their pit strategy here.
That is indeed correct. I can see now Jaden Harrison closing this gap. He's under a second to Raymond Sieberan now.
Yes, and Jaden just got the fastest lap of the race with a 1:30.16. Meanwhile, Raymond has a 1:32.2.
Raymond might be looking to save on his tires as well. We're not quite sure what exactly is the mentality of these drivers and the way they are taking this race at hand. Raul Pertab dropping back some more. Xavier Pratt losing out in that fight along with him. And Matej Ramdani seems to be clawing back now towards the head of the field. Dominic Charles making his way there. He's passing the youngsters now as Jaden Harrison sets another fast lap there with 1:31.502. Dominic Charles makes that pass against Rashad Razak. Rashad seemingly fighting back here against the much more experienced Dominic Charles. There you go. Safir also looking at this and saying, hey, I want a piece of that pie as well.
Yep, but I see that Raymond also has increased his time from a 1:32 to a 1:31.6. right now in terms of the fastest lap pace, he is just under 1/10 shy of Jaden's time.
Whoa! Just as I look back, it seems as though now Jaden will lose that car on the what it seemingly was a very, very fast-paced entry, or rather exit to that turn. He's now all the way back into 6th. Dominic Charles will come and pass him by, and now he's in 7th position. What just happened there? Just as I switched over, and well, as you were saying, Raymond was losing pace.
Well, that's the thing with that specific corner Jaden was going through. It can't be underestimated. You have to take that car patiently through, because when you're coming out of that long stretch, it is a very, very sharp turn that you have to do. And any little input can send that car into the sand, and I think that's what happened with Jaden.
Well, I'll tell you what, he doesn't want to be in this position with Dominic Charles ahead of him. Dominic just came off of winning the GT3 championship. He's currently the reigning GT3 Caribbean champion, with a shiny trophy too he's going to be receiving at the end of the year for that title. And so he's got some choice words to say to Jaden Harrison about this now, and because Jaden did miss out on quite a number of races at the beginning of that championship, and he said in a post-race interview, Stephen, I don't know if you could recall, but he said that if he had those opportunities, he was indeed going to win that title.
But remember, Stefan, he can only say, but at the end of the day, Dominic walked away with the trophy. But Jaden has another chance to show up on his teammate, because they also race in iRacing together. They race very frequently and they know each other's driving style. So he has another opportunity to one-up his friend. But ladies and gentlemen, you should take very close attention to these two, because like I said, they race often together. They know each other's driving style. So let's see how Jaden puts that into play. He runs over that curb on the last turn a bit harshly, but he's still behind Dominic.
Yep, he is. It's a tussle, it's a fight. I don't want to look away from this, but let's go ahead and take a few comments here from the live chat of our YouTube channel. Yeah, everyone was ready for that start. We've got Big Up Team Guyana, Let's Go Caribbean here from St. Lucia. Welcome out, dear Lavelle. Love All. 7764 just seems like a random name. Let's go Lucia. Yeah, I see St. Lucia repping very hard here. Casanova as well. Let's go Giovanni. So we got a Giovanni fan, of course, there in the chat. Philip said that's a penalty all the way. It's not his corner. I think he's talking about Jaden Harrison against help me out here, Steven. I think it was Zayad, right?
Raw?
Was it Raw or Zayad?
Yeah, it was Raw. It was Raw, yeah.
Yeah, and
Raw
then
got the short end of the stick on that opening lap.
And then Philip goes on to say, guys, this series don't have rules and penalties. Jaden bumping and dive bombing and no penalty. On the contrary, Philip, we've prepared documents worth of penalties. Rules and regulations, and yes, they are post-race penalties that will come in the format of time penalties. So as you're seeing him in 7th position, if we determine that it is a penalty and we add a 10-second to his total time, he could fall down the order even more. All right. So Love All, does this game support steering wheel? Yes, as a matter of fact, it is a simulator, and simulators are best to be played, or should I say simulated, on a steering wheel and pedal setup. You will have a very, very hard time using a controller, but there are quite a number of people who can get by using a controller. Are they super fast? Not really. And we've also known quite a few guys who were in top 10 positions on a mouse and keyboard. I do not know how that works. And
those guys are just another level. But I see that Dominic and Jaden maybe trying to help each other to catch up to Mateus. As I see that they are now getting in view of his back bumper there.
That might be the case here. At least it's no bump drafting as we saw earlier on. But yeah, it does seem like they're playing the tag team game, as we do know that they are sort of teammates. Yes, indeed, as you did mention earlier. They're also sim racing coaches, so you know, if you guys want to get faster, you can go ahead and hit those guys up for a lesson or two. I was told that Raymond was actually taking tutoring from Dominic Charles, and it seems as though that is also indicative of his performance here tonight, Stephen Bola.
Yeah, definitely, because he has a 2-second gap, 2.4-second gap over Raul Partab, but I think that Partab can sit comfortably here for the time being until Xavier, Matej, and Matthias catch up to them, as well as Dominic and Jaden. So like I said, keep your eye out on those top 6 drivers, because they still have a pit stop to do, and I think all of them are going to be on the same window.
Well, here is Shavir pressuring Matej Ramdani now for that spot I was talking about. And we've got to be careful because we're drawing closer now, guys, to the pit window. And you don't want to be overreaching on those tires too soon. Oh, it's a fight now behind, involving Matthias Parker too as well. They finally caught up to him there, as you called it, Stephen Bola.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how these strategies are playing out. And again, these cars are very tricky to drive. You have to be very delicate. I remember a lot of guys were struggling with the tail end of these cars, and they were playing around with all different settings to try and mitigate that. So you can't pressure these cars too hard, as you see Jade overshoot just a little bit, and he goes around and he gets that pass done.
Yeah, it's done and dusted there. Matthias Parker is now behind them. I want to take a look though at Zayad and Rashad. It seems as though Zayad has fallen back into the big brother role here with his brother Rashad, and probably urging him on as Safir goes ahead of Rashad there. We've definitely missed that. Oh, is that a little bit of bump draft in there from Zayad Razak, but he's actually trying to take the position away from his little brother.
Well, you know what they say, in racing you don't have any friends. Off track we can be buddies, and I think that's what's happening here.
We've reversed it. It's now a family ordeal.
Oh yeah.
On the inside, he makes that pass. Can he get it done though? It seems as though he's just playing with his food at this point, as we say here in Guyana. But Zayad does go ahead of his brother. Can his brother respond? Doesn't seem so at this point in time. We've got a total of 18 drivers in this server here. Unfortunately, Patrick Boyce did not make it out. Christian Rajnath with a late start to be 2 laps down here in 17th position. Matej Sanichara in 16th. Shivani Melville currently in 15th. Aditya Mohanlal in 14th position. And I've lost that lineup once again. Dominic Charles now with a 1:31.1560 fastest lap of this race. Stephen Bola.
I think Dominic is now starting to stretch his legs and get into his race pace now, so you got to keep a close eye on those times as the race progresses, because we have 24, just under 24 minutes left, and we are yet to see a pit stop from any of our drivers.
And now I think Safir Roshandin has had an issue, because while he was ahead of Zayad and Rashad there, he's now behind in a 11th position from that 8th position he was in. Unfortunately, this is how it works out here. Those tires might be going off on that Porsche.
Yeah, but I see at the front here, Raul has managed to trim down the difference between him and Raymond. He is just under 2 seconds. He can just see that orange Porsche in his front windscreen there.
And And I'm
I
gonna
wonder what's going through his mind right now, because for the entire race he has been seeing the back bumper of this orange Ford.
Indeed. Let's go on the board with Raw Tab now on a lap of the Red Bull Ring.
Gets a very clean exit through that last corner and he sets himself up for the front straight here. You see 235 kilometers just before the braking zone. He cuts that turn one really nicely. Raymond is just edging him out by 10 kilometers faster on that straight, and we see these guys really pushing the track limits.
Yeah, they're basically on the limit here. Every corner they go to.
I see Jaden and Dominic have had a little touch. It wasn't anything big in a slow zone, but those two are definitely battling hard.
And now we can see Jaden's back ahead of Dominic as well.
Those two are not afraid to scuff the paint on their cars, I'll tell you that much. But for the most part, I will say that Raymond has definitely held Raw back consistently. That gap between those two drivers has not really ebbed and flowed much throughout this race, and that's very interesting to see. I think Raw is going to set himself up for a pit stop here.
Yes, he is. He actually is. He's going into the pit lane now. He's first of one of our leaders here to head into pit lane. Here is the pit limiter line, and he's got to get under 80 kilometers per hour, and he does so quite beautifully. And let's see how long this pit stop will last here, Stephen Bowler. Did he overshoot it? Oh no, he got it perfectly.
No, he got it. So now we have Matej chasing down Raymond and Jaden chasing down Matej. Those are top three drivers right now. And again, Jaden and Dominic are just battling it out right now. They just had a small collision again.
Paul Raul gets going again here. He makes sure that his pit limiter switch is on. And it's going to be a 40.85 stop there from Raul Portab. That's the benchmark for now as he returns to the racing line here. Ladies and gentlemen, that car does look a little bit battered up there at the front there for Raul. Let's take a look now at that fight that you're talking about. They've spaced out just a bit here, Dominic and Jaden. And if I do believe that these cars would be the most banged up cars on the grid right now.
Oh, for sure. But I see what Raul is trying to do. He is sacrificing and repairing the car for being in track position, because that's a lot of time that you would have to spend to actually fix the car. And I think that is Dominic Charles going in the pits now.
Now Dominic is going in, and I think that is Xavier as well, heading into pit lane 2. No, sorry, not Xavier. That's going to be, is it Mitty? No, it's not. It's going to be Joshua. Who is that? It's Mitesh Ramdani? Yeah, it is. Was that a drive-through penalty? I think it was a drive-through penalty. He did not take that pit stop there, Stephen Bowler. Am I tripping?
It does not say. It does say for Raul Partab. It does say that he did a pit stop.
No, I was talking about. Anyway, let's get going now. Dominic Charles exits pit lane, and it's going to be a second faster here compared to Raul Pratap's time. He gets going again here. Dominic Charles, Tyreek Wilson also in pit lane, as well as Joshua Brown here. And yeah, this is how it's playing out right now before us.
But the thing is, we have Raymond, Jaden, Xavier, and Mateus have yet to take a pit stop. So I believe that they're on lap 14. Most of our drivers are on lap 14 here.
And just as you said that, Raymond is diving into pit lane. So let's see how long this pit stop is going to be.
And Jaden Harrison also follows him in, so that means that Xavier Pratt has some open air for the time being. Parka and Matias Ramzan, they have a battle going on for them.
Oh no,
Let's
he
see.
overshot there, Raymond Seabaran. He's gonna lose some time there. Oh, and I will not say it, but something's quite amiss here in this pit stop. Let's see though what his time will be. Mitesh Ramdani, Jaden Harrison, and Matthias Parker also in pit lane at the moment.
Alright, Jaden just came out of his pit box here, and he is heading out on track.
And so is Raymond. It's a 42.15 stop. Very, very slow stop there from the Guyanese. He's got to be careful how he gets it. Now Jaden Harrison is right there with him. It's back on the charge and fight now. Jaden Harrison trying to get a double slipstream going there with Raw Pertab, as Raw Pertab has managed Stephen Bola, the undercut here, to get it done on the inside. Is Raymond Seabaran. Jaden Harrison getting pushed wide. No, it's very, very fair there from Raymond Seabaran. He's got to now tuck in behind Jaden Harrison to try and get his slipstream going, how to stay with them as they head down the straight once more. Raw Pratap though, really well done there from the pit stops.
Definitely, that was a wonderful strategy from him. And now he has to let these two battle it out. They're very close. They're door to door right now.
And look, Dominic Charles is right there as well, coming up behind them in 7th position. Raymond taking back that position there from Jaden Harrison. Quite fun and exciting stuff here coming up on our screen, Stephen Bola.
Yeah, this is some exciting battles right now. I can tell that Jaden was thinking about that turn 1 incident with Raul. In that last lap that he was on the receiving, or he would have been on the receiving end of an impact.
How did Dominic Charles hold on to that one? It seems like he was going to go, and look at this, no, it's going to be a tag team. It's going to be a 3 wide coming down the front straight away. It's a drag race down into turn number 1. On the inside goes Jaden Harrison, but it's Dominic Charles. Through goes Dominic Charles, ladies and gentlemen, up into that one. Very Lewis Hamilton-esque to take 2nd position now from Jaden Harrison. Raymond Seabaran seemingly now on the back foot, heavily so in 4th position. And now Jaden Harrison has got his work cut out for him with Dominic being ahead.
I can't imagine what's going through Raymond's head right now. I really don't know what to say, but it would be interesting to hear from him after the race and his thoughts on that.
I don't know. He did not do anything wrong in my book. I don't know, man. Oh, it's Dominic heavy on the brake there. You can see the smoke coming out from that tire there as he locked up in that turn. Very much under pressure here from the Jamaican Jaden Harrison now. On the inside, Jaden is going to bring that car alongside. No, he can't get it done, so he switches back here now to try and get a advantage going now, and that's it. The pit window is closed, ladies and gentlemen. Final 15 minutes of this race has elapsed, and has commenced, and Jaden Harrison is actually Raymond is going to be I don't know. I don't know, man. He did everything correctly. Raymond should not be where he is right now.
Yeah, but that's just the luck of racing. But as you can see from the times right now, Dominic did a 1/3 to 1.1. Jaden has done a 1/3 to 1.2. But Raul is doing a 1/3 to 1.6. So that is almost 5/10 of a second. I believe if you give 2nd and 3rd place a couple more laps, they are going to be on the back bumper of 1st place.
Oh, definitely. And I don't believe Raul and Raymond are teammates, but they would be they would be trying to be at this point if they were trying to back these two guys up into probably a mistake over frustration or something, because as it is, Raw Pratap is now under pressure.
Yes, I remember what I was telling you and the viewers earlier, to watch out for Dominic Charles, and now look where he is. Don't worry about those qualifying times when it comes to this man. He is a dangerous man on track.
Most definitely he is. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the closest fight we've got for you at the moment. This is how it goes sometimes in real life motor racing as well. Everyone's just fighting for their position. Or, oh, we've got Anton off that track there, and it seems like he's got damage there, Anton. He's down 3 laps too. Unfortunately, not going so well for him in the Porsche Cup. Dominic Charles, oh, he's gonna lose it coming out of that exit there. I saw him taking a little bit too much of that curb there, Dominic, and Jaden goes by in the blink of an eye.
Jaden was just waiting for his friend to make a mistake there, and he capitalized beautifully. We see Raw going through some back markers there.
Yes, he is
Giovanni
making his
Melville.
way across and over Giovanni Melville. Raw Pratap though, Giovanni Melville trying to follow him. He's actually going to stay out of the way. Ooh, Giovanni's got heavy damage now to this car. Trying to stay out of the way of the faster guys because those blue flags will be waving.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Raul was hoping that the traffic would slow Jaden down a bit, but no.
No, it definitely did not. But I just want to make mention to this beautifully liveried Porsche 911 Cup car here. Of course, Giovanni Melville representing team identified, but more importantly so, he's representing his country here in the Caribbean Sim Racing Organization. He's from St. Lucia, if you couldn't tell by the car. But yeah, that is a St. Lucia represented Porsche 911. A very nicely done livery, I might add. 758, I do believe that is the country code as well.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, so he's got that on the car, and it's so patriotic to see guys come and represent their countries out here in the Caribbean Sim Racing Organization. That is why I created this, well, not just me, of course, there's a team behind this, but we created this for the fact of everyone just coming together in the Caribbean and having a place to sim race.
Oh yes, definitely. We have some very interesting liveries as well, especially Zayn Razak with his Porsche 911.
Oh yeah,
but
the heavy tints.
a very patriotic young man that. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the race as a whole, the amount of switches and changes that we've had, especially in the top 5, top 6 so far, we thought Raymond was leading comfortably. He did nothing wrong, and Jaden and Dominic blew by him, sorry. And now we see Raw Partab having somewhat of a comfortable lead because Jaden is just right there.
Man, whatever it is these guys eat or drink, it works.
It works.
It definitely works. Jaden now right on the bumper of that Porsche 911 driven by Raw Pratap here as he makes his way around the penultimate turn. It's Jaden Harrison that's got 4/10 or so separating himself from the top step of the podium now. And let's ride on board as he battles with Raw Pratap.
Correct, and I think what's going to both Raw and Jaden's mind is that turn 1 incident, and it may repeat itself again because these are elbows out in the closing stages of this race. We have just under 10 minutes left. Is anything to go for right now in the first round of this Porsche GT3 Cup?
Most definitely, and to our viewers, do not blink because you do not want to miss this one here as Raw Pratap comes under pressure now as they make their way down the back straightaway, and it seems like it's just so much faster here for Jaden Harrison. Look at the line he's going to take, quite wide, heavy on the braking there, but he gets back on the power really faster than Raw Pratap, and that's where he's gaining the momentum. That's where he's gaining the speed here to bring his car alongside. Did they collide? I think he just managed to keep that car away from the other car, did Jaden Harrison, but he's definitely pressuring, and Raw, I might add, is no joke to push over right now.
Oh no, and Dominic is just right behind these two waiting to pick up the scraps of that battle. But I think Raymond has settled into his 4th spot, unfortunately. It is a 3-second gap between 4th place and the top 3 right now. These top 3 are just tightly knit together.
Here comes Dominic Charles too with the slowness now of Raw Pratap. He pulls out to the inside to try and defend on that line. Oh, he's really, really slow there on that one.
Oh,
Does
he
he
loses
have
the-
damage? He loses the rear end now. Jaden
Dominic is gonna
and Dominic
slowly inch by.
trying to get the side draft going there by getting those cars really close together. Jaden Harrison now takes the lead of this race. But look, Raul will try and come on the inside. Can he get it done? It is at the apex. He takes back second position from Dominic Charles, but he could not take the first position from Jaden.
Oh, this is extremely good racing between these three different nationalities right now. We're going to have a multinational podium at this point in time.
Most definitely. It seems as though we're going to have a multinational championship that goes down to the wire at the end of June, as this championship goes to have 8 rounds. This is your first one, of course, at the Red Bull Ring. Next weekend, next Sunday, every Sunday, I might add, at 9 p.m. qualifying goes live. So if you're interested in what we have here, just remember that from now for the next 7 weekends, we will have Porsche Cup fun for you. Here now is Raw losing that pace. He's very much struggling with this car. I think it might have damage, Steven.
I think so too, because remember in his pit stop, he did not opt to change, fix any damages on the car. Sorry about that. He did opt to fix the car and more so focused on changing his tires and getting back out there, which did help him in the initial stage. But as the race progressed and the pace also stretched out, you can see that maybe it's coming to bite him back now.
Oh, he's going to outbrake himself too, as Dominic sold him a dummy there, and Dominic is going to set himself up to take this position. But it's again a run down the back straight here for the leaders once more. Dominic in a much more advantageous position as they come together wheel to wheel there. It's going to be, and he's going to sit on the apex. Is Dominic Charles. Very cheeky move there from the Trinidadian to sit on the apex the way he did, but that car also was not stable going into that corner.
No, and we see Raymond just coming up at the back of Raw now, so it's everything to play for at this point.
I'm telling you.
It's everything to play for.
All's not lost there for the second Guyanese in this top fight, as he's eyeing now Raw Pratap for that third position. Like I said, they're not teammates, so maybe we will see some fighting going on here. But now Dominic is feeling a little bit more secure. Oh, he's sliding that car, Dominic, more than I would prefer as a competitor.
Yeah. But it's very interesting to see Raymond. He has come back from a 3-second gap, and now he is just under 1 second from the leader. According to my timing here, it says the gap is 0.8 seconds.
Yep, so he's getting closer now, Raymond Sibaran, to Raw Pratap. I was just looking at Dominic Charles. Dominic has probably overcooked those tires. He's basically sliding that car out of every corner.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening, but Jaden just set a 1:30 to 1.02. Maybe he can edge into the 130s with his qualifying time, but I wouldn't risk it if I was him in this late stage.
Nope, that is indeed true. We are in crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. Anytime we are under 5 minutes here on the race clock, it is crunch time, and it is crunch time by 30-something seconds. And I want to say that, Raymond goes a little bit wide. He's going to lose some time there to Raw Pratap. But I want to say that this is how it might end, Steven, because it seems as though Raw is a little bit more faster here than Raymond to stay ahead. It was just the little battles that he was having with Dominic that might have set him back a bit, and of course whatever damage he's nursing there.
That's true, but I think Raul is also looking at Dominic in front and seeing how tail happy that Porsche is and banking on Dominic overshooting or the back end sliding out from underneath him to capitalize. But you were right, at this point, you're starting to think that this is the setting order. And it's very important too, because this is the first round of our 8-round series. This basically sets the order in terms of points. So especially the first race is the most important in my eyes to actually set the pecking order, as we say.
Yep, indeed. I'm looking now at Zayad. Zayad's been climbing his way back up the ladder since that incident with Jaden Harrison. Oh, he's going to outbreak himself here, Zayad. He's in a fight here with Shavir Pratt. And he's also got Mitesh Ramdani. They've also got Mitesh Ramdani ahead of them in 6th position. But now because of their fighting, they're going to lose out on that time. Zayad, though, still very much close to Shavir to mount an attack here, but I gotta be cognizant of the fact that we can't have. Oh, the two youngsters are at it too. Here on the inside is Safir Roshan then against Rashad Razak, and it seems as though Rashad is going to hold on to this 9th position for now. Oh, back heavy on the braking now is Safir having a look on the inside. No, he cannot get that done. Less than 2.5 minutes left in this race. It's gonna be you know what.
Yeah, I think this is just a lap. We have about a lap and a half left of racing, but Raymond is edging closer and closer to Raul. He is trying to push the Porsche for everything that it has right now.
Still looking at this fight with Safir, though Safir was almost alongside him coming out of that turn. He tucks in now. Safir taking a very, very different line here compared to Rashad. Rashad stays ahead though for the time being. Ooh, is a cut on the inside there from Safir, but it's not going to work as Rashad does come back at him. They go door to door now as they go down the front straight away once more. One and a half minutes to go.
Sorry to cut you.
Whoa!
But Raymond just ran into the back bumper of Raul, and now they have swapped positions. But I do believe Raymond is slowing down to give him that place back. However, that sets Raul out of the 2nd and 1st position. He has to settle for 3rd here, and that is just extra damage on that Porsche.
I just switched back to look at that, and unfortunately, Safir is going to lose a little bit more time now to Rashad. As they get back on the power at the exit of that corner, they head up the hill once more. Sorry, up the hill, yes, once more. As Jaden Harrison comes across the line, look at where Dominic Charles is. Stephen Bowler in comparison to Jaden Harrison, almost under a second to the Jamaican now. He's taking that fight to him.
Yeah, I don't think that Dominic will take any chances here in the last lap of the race. I think he's going to settle for 3rd, but I'm pretty sure that Raul is a bit flustered about that move from Raymond. He just overshot his braking and went straight into the back of that Porsche.
And he's going to do it again, it seems. No, he just misses it heavy on the brake. You can see the glow of the brake disc there from that Porsche as he was stomping on the brakes pedal. I know he's got a new set of brake pedal too, by the way, and it's pretty hard. You're going to have to use a lot of muscle there to try and get that car in a trail braking position, that is. But Dominic Charles is closing that gap. He's playing now with the 1 second. I think this might be it here when Jaden crosses the line. Yes, he's backing off. He's not taking any chances there. Dominic Charles. So Jaden is on for the first win here. For his first win here in the first round of the Caribbean Porsche Cup in his S Hotel sponsored Porsche 911 Cup car. We're using the 2017 models here for this year. Crosses the line there, Jaden Harrison, ladies and gentlemen, from 20. Forget about the 22nd position. Just at the end here, Jaden. Just right here.
Yes, we have Jaden, Dominic, Raul, and Raymond. That was a very exciting race, I will say. But we still have some drivers out on track here, but they are mostly spread out for the most part. I would say this is our finishing order that we're looking at here.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Pretty sure that Jaden has some questions to answer from Raul about that turn 1 incident, though.
I think Raul is quite happy though with his finishing. We do have to look over at this because if you're going to get a 10-second penalty, guess what? Jaden might be out of this first running.
Yep, because of how close they have all finished, but these cars are definitely battered. These are not showroom ready. Not anymore.
definitely not. All right, guys, just give me a couple minutes as the rest of the field makes their way across the line.
But, ladies and gentlemen, so far for our top 5 drivers, we have Jaden Harrison, Dominic Charles, Raul Partab, Raven Seabrand, and Mateus Parker, with the fastest lap of the race going to Dominic Charles of a 1:30.908.
All right, that seems to be the last person across the line.
Alright, yes, we are just waiting.
All right, guys, what a beautiful race that was. Just gotta say, thank you guys so much for that entertaining round. We're gonna first start with you, Raw Pertab. We saw you had an incident there with Jaden towards the start of the race, but a great comeback nonetheless as well to stay on the podium. Zayad Razak too was up there with you guys at one point. Talk us through this race for you.
Ooh, you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Well, all I gotta say, that was like a survival of not the fittest year. I didn't have a pace to fight these guys, so I try to make the car as wide as possible. Uh, that's all I gotta say.
Did you have damage? We saw that you might have had some issues there with the car, especially pace-wise.
Yeah, at the start, the first before the pit stop, the pace was good, but I don't know. After I stopped for tires and fuel, I just fell off in pace. I was trying to hold on to it, but I know eventually Dominic and Jaden would catch up, but I just try to hold on as long as possible. And yeah, about it.
All right. Well, thanks a lot there, ladies and gentlemen. That was Raw Pratap coming in third position. Dominic Charles, the Trinidadian here, that Guyanese actually is Raw Pratap's representing Guyana, by the way. His car doesn't have a livery going with it. Dominic Charles, what an eventful race, sir. And it seems as though at one point yourself and Jaden Harrison were kind of tag teaming this thing. Am I correct?
Well, we didn't really have any communication happen, but I felt like we had a little telepathic moment where we just said, let's do some hot laps. So later in the race, I think I did a 30.9 3 times in a row. So yeah, I kind of locked in after the pit because the first half was a disaster.
Most definitely.
So,
You did claw back though. We didn't expect less from you, but it was quite difficult, wasn't it?
oh yeah, the gap in pace was a lot less here than like the GT3 cars. So, everything's so much closer and you really have to fight for every 10.
Well, that is definitely good to know here for this championship. Looking forward and looking ahead, because we definitely want to see that for sure. Well, thanks a lot there,
Oh
Dominic
yeah.
Charles.
Oh,
Thanks a lot there, Dominic Charles. Jaden Harrison, if you're still there, talk us through that one, man. Not the best of starts for you after qualifying, but still came out on top here.
Yeah, well, I think like I've never driven the car with full tires, and I broke like at the usual brake point, and then the car just wouldn't stop. Like I was ramming the pedals through the ground. I just wouldn't stop. But luckily, Raul was there to assist me. So I do
Oh,
apologize to him, but it's kind of lucky that nobody actually spun or got like a big devastating crash because of it. So yeah, that's that, and I think me and Dominic had a pretty good fight through the pack, and it was clean after that. I think we had a coming together in the second to last corner. They were racing and checked up, but yeah, we managed to come back and have a good race.
yeah, most definitely, Jaden. Well, thanks a lot for that, man. And I just want to say that these cars are definitely one to look for. going forward. And I really thank you guys for coming out tonight and supporting the cause. And hope to see you guys continue on in the championship next round, next Sunday. Just want to say now as I go off to close the stream. Thanks a lot for joining us tonight. See you guys next Sunday, and I'll go push the talk now to close the stream. Well, actually, I'm gonna ask Steven, didn't you have a few words for the guys here before we close the stream? Actually,
Yeah, actually, it was really good racing for the most part. We just had a few bumps during the course of the race, but I was interested to interview Raymond and see what was going through his head during the race.
I think Raymond dipped. I don't think Raymond's happy about that one bit.
No,
I don't
no.
see him here right now. But yeah, I guess we're gonna have to talk to him in private and see exactly what happened there for him. His pace just fell right off, man. It's quite surprising to see actually.
Yeah, but Raymond was really the driver that I wanted to talk to and see what was going through his head.
All right, then if that be the case, then we can move on. I will go ahead and close off the stream. Thank you guys once again for joining us tonight, and see you next Sunday. And to the viewers, just remember that this is an 8-round championship. This was, of course, our first one. The next one we head to. The next one we head to the Circuit Zandvoort. So Circuit Zandvoort there, I'm pretty sure much of you know about Zandvoort through Formula One. But yeah, Zandvoort in the Netherlands is round number 2 for next Sunday. So you're not going to want to miss that. It's a quite short track actually, and it's going to be quite entertaining to see these cars perform, especially with this much persons on the grid here. It's going to be quite entertaining, so you don't want to miss that one. Just want to say thanks once again for joining us on this stream. I can see you guys very lively in the chat. I want to encourage that every chance you get, talk to each other, support your countrymen, support your country, and go ahead, hit that like button if you haven't already. And of course, just to stay ahead of our postings and when we go live, go ahead and subscribe with the notification bell so that you know every time we go live. And every time we go live, there's a little buffer between the actual live action. I normally go live just at the end of the practice session, so you guys don't miss a thing when we actually when the timer does expire and we go racing. All right, well, thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to say that this event as well, this championship, is brought to you by Darton Investments and Subbies Sandwiches, both Guyanese establishments. If you're interested in partnering with us throughout the Caribbean, you can do so by getting in contact on any one of our socials, Instagram, Facebook. Just look for Caribbean Sim Racing Organization, and you can become a partner through that way. All right, last time. Have a good night.